Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today's video we're going to be tackling the rear axle, taking that puppy out, and as you guys can see here, got the rear ready to go in. Shafts are there. Just re-geared it yesterday. Went to Off-Road Customs. I'll leave you guys a clip right here. Look at this monster. That's Joe's Off-Road Customs Gladiator. Look at my Jeep next to it. My Jeep looks tiny. This thing is sitting on 43-inch. All the good stuff. 700 horsepower, supercharged LS by Bruiser. This thing is nuts. So what I'm doing today, as you guys know, I got the front axle, it's 488 gears, and I'll have to re-gear the rear to 488 as well. So I got the axle back there in the shop. Guys, gonna start working on it. Got pretty nice Jeeps here. I'll show you guys around a little bit. Put up a little bit. Stick it. And everything looks good. Re-geared, ready to go. Shafts, everything looking good. I just have to Alright, I just have to swap the brakes, a few other stuff from this axle to that axle. But let's get started. Again, look at the mess. Tools everywhere. Look up here. Alright, so let me just jack up the Jeep, take the tires off, and start disassembling. Alright, let's get started. So it's the same thing like the front. Lift up the Jeep by the pumpkin, put a jack stand right there, jack stand on the other side, take the tires off, put them right under the Jeep, and then I put two jack stands under the axle. So now the frame secured, the axle secured. Now I start disassembling stuff. Probably start with the shocks, drag bar, sway bar links, calipers. Take the calipers out, all the lines. I'll leave the control arms and the drive shaft till the end, just so they can keep the axle stable while I'm just taking everything off of it. Yep, it's freaking hot. 106 degrees. It is hot. Woo. Alright guys, good morning. That's the second day. It's been pretty damn hot outside. It's like every day 107, 104. So it's almost impossible to work during the day. The garage would be like boiling in here. So now it's early in the morning. I'm just gonna work on it for a little bit till it gets hot. So as you guys can see here, last night I just came out, it was dark. I just changed this one. This is pretty easy. Just trying to fight it, pull the OEM one out. Just get a screwdriver, flathead up here, and try to prime it down too. While you twisting it, comes off. And then back here, what I did, I took the ABS sensor, have it back here. I took these nuts out that holds the shaft and the handbrake assembly. So now I'm ready to pull this out, but before I do that, I'm just gonna go ahead and drain the oil out of the rear diff. That way, you know, when I'm dropping it one side, you know, if one side goes lower, not a lot of oil pours out. So always when you're doing the axle swap or you're dropping the whole axle, it's better to empty it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that right now. You guys can I don't know if you guys can see this. There's supposed to be a nut, but is it focusing? There you go. It's almost gone. Whole thing is gone. So I was gonna try the screwdriver, empty this, see if I can take it out. If not, I'll probably take the whole front diff cover off. We'll see. Alright guys, finally got this thing out. Actual shaft was on there good. So I had all these tools trying to pry between this and the back of the handbrake assembly and these, trying to pull the shaft out. It wasn't easy. It took me like 20 minutes of trying to get some tools on this side and that side. Hit it pretty hard. Came out. Shaft is looking good. I don't see any it's not twisted. Looks pretty good. Now I'm gonna assemble the brakes on the shafts on the 44. Alright guys, we got an issue. So, as you guys know, the rear axle I have doesn't come with the brakes. So, look at this here. The housing is bigger than the opening on this one. So, the brakes from my Sport will not go on there. At least the handbrake assembly. This part right there in the middle of it does not fit. Alright. Guess I'm gonna call the dealership. Try and find some parts. Well, that's a bummer. Can't swap the brakes from the Dana 35 to the 44. I thought I'll be able to move the handbrake. I thought they were the same assembly. That plate, I thought it's the same, but it's not. I know the brakes, the calipers, and the rotors are not the same, but they'll still, they'll still fit on the housing. So I thought I can just swap mine to that one. So I'll have a little smaller brakes than the Rubicon, but they will still fit. That's not the case. And today it's Sunday, so the dealership is closed. I don't think I can find the plate, the handbrake, to fit on the housing. I hope I'll be able to use my rotor with the Rubicon handbrake. That will save me a lot of money. Saving the money from buying new calipers for the rear and new rotors for the rear. So if I can get away with the Rubicon handbrake on the Dana 35 rotor, that'll be good. I guess I'll have to wait for till tomorrow, and call the dealership. I hope they have them in stock. I looked them up online. They're around $60 to $80 a piece. So I'm looking around, $120, $150, around that range for both sides. Yeah. So I guess I'll just disassemble some more stuff while I'm waiting to get the handbrake. Alright guys, as you guys can see, it is dark. I'm working with the light because in the morning with the kids I don't have time to work on a Jeep, and during the day when I do have time it is freaking hot. So the only time I can work on my Jeep is after the kids put the kids to bed, and I have a few hours to work on it. So it's pretty much the same thing I did in the front, control arms, everything, disassembled everything, lines and bump stops and all the good stuff, drag bar. And now the only thing that's holding the axle is the drive shaft. So this rear axle It's ready to come down. I just have to take the rear drive shaft and then install the new one. So for the part, the one I talked about, that I couldn't find, I actually went to the dealership and I found it. I found one there. I only found one side, one handbrake backplate, and it's the only one in the West Coast. Like, it's really hard to find that part, and so they found another one in the East Coast. So come here, it will come in next week, and yeah. So for now, I'm just gonna put the axle, take this one down, install the other one, and wait on the new one. Alright guys, I'm just taking the drive shaft off, the rear drive shaft, and I took the bolt. There's one left. So normally if you have this one up here, you cannot get to it. Put your transfer case in neutral, you'll be able to spin the drive shaft freely, and then put it back in gear, like, you know, in two-wheel drive or four-wheel drive. But that's the last one. And that's actually the last bolt on the axle. Everything else is disassembled. I have it in slow speed. There it goes. The compressor is on. And the rear axle is out. Whew. I think I'm gonna call it a night. Come back tomorrow morning and bring that one back there. Start bolting it up. Still need to remove the track bar bracket from this axle to the other axle, and that's it. We'll be done with this axle. All right, good morning guys. Second day. So let me show you guys. Yesterday it was dark, you guys couldn't see much, so I got the new axle under. I just got the shock holding the axle on this side. I got two jack stands and started to bolting up the drive shaft right now, just to keep that side hooked, and then I'll start from there. Put the spring on this side, lower control arms, and all that good stuff. Alright, bring you guys back. Alright, I'm just going to give you guys a little update. This side is all done. Everything is tight, everything is torqued. So I found one at the dealership. I got it in, I worked on it. And I've been working on the Jeep most of the time at night. That's why I haven't been filming much. So, and I ordered another one that just came in right now. As you guys can see, this one goes right over the housing. The other one is too little. This one that came in, this part was not assembled, so I have to take these out to be able to put this, I don't know what it's called, back in. Now the shaft, I greased it down here and up there by the bearings and up there where it goes in the diff. So I'm ready to start assembling everything. And I'll show you guys here real quick what I got. As you guys can see, I got my switch panel mounted. So right here, show you guys in the front. I know I haven't been filming much because I just want to finish the swap, you know. So that's the this one is right off the Amazon. It's like the, what's it called? It's this one here, universal 8-gang on off switch panel. And I modified the bracket. Now it fits perfect right here. Breaker, I just ran the wire from up here there inside the Jeep for the panel, positive negative here, and I ran one wire to the fuse box. So now when I turn the Jeep on, it turns on, it goes into the cigarette lighter fuse. So I did that with the piggyback fuses, and now all it's done. Gotta do the other side, and should be good to go. Still have to wire the lockers, and that'll take no time. Alright, let's finish this. I'm ready. We'll break in the gears, get back on the trails. Super excited. Alright, look at that, guys. All 4 on the ground. Ready to go. Now, I just got some Valvoline 75W90 just to break in the gears, and after that I'll go with the Purple Royal 75W90 after 500 miles, after I'm done with the re-gearing and ready to go change on the oil again. So all you have to do, just take this little bolt out, make sure the drain hole, it's back there, up here. No, it's not at the bottom, it's back there. Make sure that is tight. Everything is tight. I know I'm missing one there. We lost it the other day. Shouldn't be a problem. I'll get another one, but yeah, remove this one, fill it up till the oil comes out of the hole, and then put it back in. And just make sure when you do that, you have your Jeep is on the ground, not up in the air, because if it's in the air, your axle might be pointing or tilting up or down. All right.